What is up? Hey, we were having some difficulties today. The power went out for at least 20, 25 minutes right there. I don't know what just happened. I was talking and then it just cut right out, man. So we are definitely falling behind today, bro. Power went out. I started a little bit late today. Um, Man, we are falling behind. This is not the strongest stream to start off with so far, I will say. Um, Long, man. It's dude, long morning, bro. Tough start today this morning, man. Like I said, power went out, stream went down for at least 25 minutes, waiting for power to turn back on. I was just talking about how I got Wednesday and Thursday off, so I um I might be streaming some video games Wednesday for a while, just because, like I said, you know, I don't see anything wrong. I don't see anything wrong with people playing video games like that. It's just in moderation, you know what I mean? Like, don't spend your whole day inside playing video games, you know? You still gotta go out and do stuff. That's all I'm saying, really, more than anything. Hold on a second here. Let's see if I can turn this off real quick. I think the blue light is like making it look weird in here. I think the blue light is what's really, yeah, it is. Well, no. The blue light was kind of just giving it a weird vibe, I think. I don't like it very much. I'll mind it in the morning, but later on during the day, um, blue light gets turned off. Yeah, but you know, I don't see anything wrong with people playing video games or whatever they want to do. I don't see anything wrong with it. So, we're gonna keep on. So I might stream some Arc Raiders Wednesday, I think. I like playing Arc Raiders. It's a good game. It's fun. It's I don't know. I haven't played it in a while, so it'll be interesting to jump back on. I haven't played in about probably about 2 or 3 weeks. So it'll be interesting to see the updates they brought to the game and what they done and stuff. I'm gonna make some coffee real quick to get the day going because I'm thirsty. I need some caffeine in me. Like I was saying though, Thanksgiving week. Hopefully everyone is ready for Thanksgiving. You got plans with some friends or some family or something, and hopefully you're not alone. But if you're alone for Thanksgiving, I will be here live. Of course, I'll be live here. Thanksgiving stream. We'll probably do a Thanksgiving stream. I'll try to put a little something together. I'll try to find some stuff Wednesday to put a good stream on Thursday. Maybe we'll watch a video or two like the history of Thanksgiving and things like that. So keep that in mind. Also, I will be still here in the morning, 8 o'clock, ready to go. So you know what it is. I mean, it's already, you know, camera comes Wednesday also. So maybe Thursday we'll do like well, Wednesday. Actually, you know what? If I get my camera early enough on Wednesday, I might do a practice IRL stream with the new camera Wednesday just to see how it works. I might just strap it on and walk around my town to see how it goes, see how it acts. So keep that in mind also. We will be doing that too. So we got a lot of things coming up here. I do got a camera. Like I said, my main goal would be to start going out to like rallies and protests and stuff like that, and start doing IRL streams in the real world and getting people's thoughts and opinions and start doing that kind of thing and clipping it out and sending it out and things like that. So keep that in mind also that the streams, the IRL streams will be coming soon. Camera comes Wednesday. So once we get that going and once I figure that out, there'll be more of those coming in the near future. And hopefully in the near future, I can travel to other places like Chicago or big cities around here somewhere, Ohio, where it may be, and start doing those kind of things. I know it's going to cost me money, and I'm going to have to take days off work and stuff like that, but I don't mind doing it, though. As long as I plan ahead and get things going, I don't think it'll be a problem. We got a lot of staff at work and pretty set up at work, so I'm not really too worried about it, for that fact, really. So, other than that, though, I think it'll be going good, so I'm not really too worried. I think we'll be going good. The streams are going good. We're starting to gain some momentum on the YouTubes, and we're starting to do the thing. We're starting to get it together. So the view count's going up. I really need more subs is what I need. But like I said too, I mean things are going good. So the view counts are starting to are starting to rack up on the YouTubes. I always forget I have videos, and like people just go back and watch my stuff because some of my videos and stuff like that, it takes a little bit for it to get going, but they get going though. It just takes a little while. That's all. But it takes time. I get it. Nothing happens overnight. You know what I mean? Like this is why I'm not really too worried. 'Cause I'm trying to build. I'm trying to build like a good base of like subscribers and people that watch the channel and stuff like that. That's why I'm trying to do it like more. So I'm in my kitchen right now. That's why you can't see me. Um, Hold on. So I'm trying to do it like more. Uh, I'm trying to do it more organically. My channel growth and everything. I don't tell too many of my friends about my channel and stuff like that, just because I'm trying to grow it organically. And plus, a lot of the stuff I talk about in here, they really don't want to hear about. They want to hear about religion or politics. Really, they're more in their own little world and their own things. So like I know if I told them about, they watch a little bit of it, but they wouldn't watch that much of it. So that's why I don't tell my friends about it. Really, I don't post on Facebook about it. I mostly just post on YouTube, really, more than anything. Just try and build a core audience through YouTube. That's what I'm trying to do, at least. All right, coffee's ready. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that Jordan Peterson was in hospice. I was seeing something the other day that he's in hospice, but I didn't realize that until just like a couple days ago. I saw a meme where it's like um, some kid called him useless or something like that, or something. And the comment below is like, "Yeah, dude, he's been in hospice for the last 6 months," and that's true. That's kind of crazy. I didn't know that about him. I wonder why he's in hospice for. I used to listen to him back in the day, and then he just kind of got like, you can only take so much of someone like. He has good points, about like, um, if you don't know where to start, in life and what to do, you should start with making your bed first every morning. Which is not wrong. That sounds silly and stupid. It is a pretty basic starting point for someone to start off a routine with. My routine every morning used to be about getting up and going to the gym right away because it gave me direction. I already knew what I was going to do when I woke up was go straight to the gym. You know, that was what I was doing right away. So I've always, I've always been a big supporter of routine, getting in a daily habit. Starting your day off right with something, whether it be, you wake up, you know, rather it be, you wake up in the morning and you clean your house, or you wake up in the morning and you go for a walk, or you wake up your morning and you read a book, whatever it may be, you just gotta wake up and start off on the right foot because it makes you feel better about yourself. You gotta do things, things that make you feel better about yourself. Because once you feel better about yourself, you start taking more care of yourself. You start caring more about like what you're doing, how you're spending your time, and all those things. Because for me, it's like I know what I need to do and what I want to do. So it's like, if you're not if you're not gonna be a part of it or helping me out with it or whatever, then I really don't have time for you. So I'm old enough now where it's like I know what I want to do. I know what I want in life and things like that. And I don't know. Things in this world fade. Life's funny, man. It really is. 'Cause it's like, I come on here and talk about life and give advice and stuff like that, but it's like you should just be living it really. You should just be living life within the boundaries of what Christ said, and that's about it. You know, trying to figure out everything else and what else is going on and stuff like that. It's kind of like, eh. Mm, I do believe that there are people in this world that are, born to be leaders, and there's people in this world that are born to be followers. That's not a bad thing. I think people think that's a bad thing. That's not, because um, both need each other, dude. You need two sides. You need leaders. You need followers. Not everyone could be a leader. You know, not everyone has leadership qualities or leadership capabilities within them. I know that sounds weird, but it's true, man. You can't have a kitchen full of chefs. One person needs to be giving out direction. One person needs to be steering the ship. One person needs to have like a vision, a dream, and drive, and be able to lead a team of where their vision and dream want to go. Um, I think I have capabilities to be a strong leader and lead a lot. Can I lead a nation though? Is the question, or can I lead a state or a country? Mm, I don't know. I'm sure if I you know it would take. I mean, nothing's impossible. First of all, you can do whatever you want if you put your mind to it and you work hard and you dedicate yourself to it. Um, but it's not going to be easy. You know, you can do anything you want. You can be anything you want. You can do anything you want in this world and within your life. It's just not going to be easy. There's going to be ups and downs, long nights, long days, struggles. Like that's the thing. Is a lot of people don't want to deal with those kind of things. A lot of people just want it now. Like when people start a YouTube channel or start streaming whatever, they think it happens overnight, and within like the first 3 weeks or a couple of months, they don't see any results. They just give up because they think it can happen overnight. It happens, instantly. When it takes time and takes time, discipline, routine, all those things to build momentum to carry you forward. Because luck, I mean, that's beginner's luck is a good example of that. Beginner's luck is like, you never done anything in that category in your life, but somehow you manage to do it on the first try. That's beginner's luck. If you never played horseshoes before and you throw a horseshoe and you hit a ringer and you hit it right on the pole and it goes right around it, that's beginner's luck. Same thing with, a lot of stuff. You go golfing for the first time, you hit a hole in one on a par three. That would be beginner's luck because you did something that most people can't do. That have played, people play golf their whole life and never get a hole in one, but someone just walks up to a random par three, never plays a day in their life, and gets one. It's like, wow. Beginner's luck type stuff. So there's always that. I guess beginner's luck in streaming too. You could stream your first day, somehow make a viral clip, and it goes crazy, and all of a sudden, you're popular. That's possible. That's big. That'd be beginner's luck also. Um, what is today? Today's the 25th, right? Yeah, today is November 25th. It is 112525, right? Yeah. 11252025. I'm Justin. Wake up, Justin. Live on YouTube. You know what we do here every morning. I ran a little late today. Power got cut out. All those things. We're going to read a little Saints prayer real quick. As always, we do. Blessed Brother Andre. During the 50 years he spent as a brother in the congregation of the Holy Cross, Blessed Brother Andre worked innumerable miracles on behalf of the sick and dying. Sometimes called the miracle worker of Montreal, he always attributed his cures not to his own prayers, but to the intercession of Saint Joseph. And this is his prayer. O holy angel, grant that I may be filled with the presence of God and the altar as you are penetrated by it in heaven. Okay. That's the grant that I may be filled with the presence of God on the altar as you are penetrated by it in heaven. Blessed Brother Andre's prayer. Then we had A Leader's Heart 365 Daily Devotional, November 25th. Let's see what it says here. Believe in yourself. Let no man's heart fall, or let no man's heart fail because of him. Your servant will go and fight with this Philistine. Samuel 17:32. And it says, people will not follow a leader who does not have confidence in himself. In fact, people are naturally attracted to people who convey confidence. An excellent example of this can be seen in an incident that occurred in Russia during an attempted coup. Army tanks surrounded the government building that housed President Boris Yeltsin and his pro-democracy supporters. High-level military leaders had ordered the tank commander to open fire and killed Yeltsin. As the army rolled into position, Yeltsin strode from the building, climbed up on a tank, looked at the commander in the eye, and thanked him for coming over to the side of democracy. Later, the commander admitted that although they had not intended to go over to his side, Yeltsin had appeared so confident and commanding that the soldiers decided to join him. Confidence is a characteristic of positive attitude. The greatest achiever and leaders remain confident regardless of circumstance. Strong, confident leaders recognize and appreciate confidence in others. Confidence is not simply for show. Confidence empowers. Good leaders have the ability to install within their people confidence in themselves. Great leaders have the ability to install within their people confidence in themselves. Developing the leaders around you. How do you show confidence? How do I show confidence? Uh, by my actions, man. By my actions, how I show confidence. Um, staying cool-headed, not getting emotional. Um, you know, uh, just having a clear vision and a decisive quick, uh, direct actions. Like boom, 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 and there's no second guessing myself and everything everything. Even if I do make a wrong choice, we fix it as quick as possible, no matter what. I think that's what how I show confidence, is just being like quick, decisive actions. Um, and my actions, my words, my actions always, coincide with each other. I never say something like I said a couple streams before. You can't go around saying things, saying you're going to do something, and then you never do it. That never works out in anyone's favor. If you say you're going to do something, you gotta do it. I think that also shows confidence, is be able to walk the walk and talk the talk. That's what it's about, man. Walking the walk and talking the talk, and being better than most. I know that's not trying to sound cocky or anything like that, but you gotta be better than most people. People around you have to know that you're the top dog for a reason. You know, like when I walk into a building or at work, whatever, it gets serious. You know, like I'm there to work. I'm there to get things done. We're not here to. We can have fun. There's a time and place for everything. Because you can't take your tel. I would tell people this a lot. I see this more and more now in life. Like you can't take yourself too serious, because if you take yourself too seriously, life will humble you. It will. Life will humble you at some point if you take yourself too serious. It will humble you. Whether you want to walk around somewhere and like try to act tough or hard or whatever, it's gonna make you slip up and make you look stupid in front of someone, or make you look stupid in front of people to humble you. So taking yourself too serious is also um, one of those things where like life will humble you if you take yourself too serious, or God will humble you if you take yourself too serious. Um, that is one thing I've learned, um, is that God loves to humble people that act a certain way or think they're a certain type of person or whatever it may be. Because there's always gonna be someone stronger than you. There's always gonna be someone quicker than you, faster than you, smarter than you, outwork you. That's just life, dude. you know, because even if you are the fastest, strongest, smartest, whatever person in those categories, I'm not saying like all roll into one. I'm just saying like, there's gonna be someone who's smart, fast, strong, whatever. There's always people coming up in this world that look at you as the marker for the top performance of whatever it is, and they want to beat you at it. They want to pass you. It's kind of like in sports, what I mean? Like Michael Jordan, like everyone wants to be either as good or better than Michael Jordan was, because he is kind of the marker for top one of the top the top basketball player of all time. So people are always comparing others to him because he is the marker for basketball. So kids right now that are playing basketball coming up want to be better than him. They want to surpass him. They want to beat him. And I'm sure at some point someone will, you know. But right now, in my eyes, he's still one of the top. He's still a top player of all time. In my eyes, at least, Michael Jordan is. Maybe that's biased because I grew up around, I grew up as a child watching Michael Jordan play basketball with the Bulls, and you know, my grandma lived in Chicago, so I was in Chicago, a month, 1 month out of the year, you know, and on holidays. So it's like I was around when the Chicago Bulls were like on top of everything, and I was in Chicago. It was crazy, dude. You couldn't walk around Chicago without seeing. Oh, it was nuts, dude. It was wild. What a time to be alive. The last Bronze Age of America, the '90s, man. That is the last Bronze Age was the '90s in America. I always say that people, the younger kids that work there, like in their high school right now, I always tell them, man, should have been around for the '90s, bro. It's the last Bronze Age, dude. And I try to explain to them, dude, like what it was like and everything. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, man, people were just people back then, dude. Entertainment was entertainment, and life was life. And at some point, we kind of got those two things confused, where life is entertainment and entertainment is life now. They got reversed somehow. I don't know how it happened, but it did. But people look at life more than people look at life now more like entertainment, and they look at entertainment more as life now. People care more about TV shows, celebrities, not celebrities, but more so like TV shows, games, sports, and all those things, and more so than life itself. I would say it's kind of like a sad reality and a weird part of life, but that's what it's just become, you know. Um, but like I said, sooner or later, people are gonna realize that you know they have to learn. People have to learn lessons, man. That's why I don't try to interfere in anyone's life or really try to say anything to anyone and just keep to myself. Unless, like this, like I don't mind coming on here. Like this is my outlet, you know, of talking. When I'm out in public and when I'm at work, I don't talk very much at all. I don't say very much. I talk mostly on my stream about life. I don't really talk about it anymore with people or anything, just because it goes. A lot of people just don't want to hear it. They get tired of it. If I go into work every day and I start talking about this kind of stuff and like all these kind of things, man, people get tired of it. They even tell me, they're like, Justin, I'm just not in the mood for it today. Like they'll let me know. So it's like I kind of let it all out here on stream. And when I'm out in public in the public light, I really don't say much. There's no need to, man. Especially at a certain point, like at a certain point, it's not people are kind of stuck in their ways, and they have to kind of come to a realization themselves. And I think like me coming on here and talking like this, making reels, content, videos is good enough. And they see it, and if they have ears to listen, they listen. But for me to go out in the public and um, sit on a corner and do this, most people aren't going to listen. So this is my attempt to reach those who want to hear and want to listen to my words. This is my outlet. Um, and even when I start doing more like live streaming in like the real world and going to like the protests and rallies, stuff like that, I more so want to ask people questions than me give my opinion to other people. Um, if someone asks my opinion, I'll give it to them, but like mostly I kind of want to kind of turn the spotlight on people because a lot of people in this world just want to be heard, man. They want their voice to be heard. I think a lot of people feel like their voice isn't being heard really, and they're kind of being left out in the dark. And I felt that way before in life. I felt like my voice wasn't being heard, or people weren't hearing what I was saying. Especially when you have, a lot of people doing a lot of things. So I always think that's important too. Is like, doing those kind of things for people and giving an outlet for people to speak up and have a voice somewhere in this world. So hopefully that's what I'm trying to bring with my live streams and me streaming out in public would be, giving people the voice, or giving them an outlet for people to hear their voice. Um, so I think it's important. I think it's important for people. I think it's important for people to be able to say what they want to say out in public. And I'm a big, I support free speech, 100%. I don't think speech should be censored at all. It really shouldn't. I don't think it should be at all. I think, people are smart enough and wise enough to know, um, when people are speaking hate and stuff like that. So, and like you trying to censor speech and people's thoughts really isn't doing much. It's just you're just shoving it under the rug. It's not really doing anything. You're just creating more problems. It's like the monster in the closet. You start censoring free speech and people's ideas and people's thoughts and words. You're just creating a huge monster in the closet. That's all you're doing. And one day that monster is going to be out of the closet, and then it's going to be more of a problem than if you just didn't do anything in the first place about it. And that's a problem, in this kind of life. Is like that whole thing of keeping people's thoughts and ideas in the closet and not letting people really speak their ideas. Really, you know, let people say what they want to say and do what they want to do. And stop trying to restrict everyone in their daily lives. That's really the biggest issue, is them trying to restrict people in their daily lives and stuff like that. I feel like, at least. That's just me though. I feel like a lot of people probably feel like that too. Like that's a really big problem, is them trying to restrict everything in people's lives. So let's not forget about those type of things. Hopefully one day though, it will all it would all be better. I'm sure it will be. Who knows when though, but one day things will come back around. It will. I'm not sure when or how, but it will. Let free speech ring, dude. Let freedom ring, dude. What happened, man? What happened to us, dude? No more censorship on people's thoughts or words. Just let it go, dude. Sometimes, like I said, people need to learn lessons, dude. You want to go out and say what you want to say? Guess what? There's gonna be consequences for it. You might get smacked. You might get hit. You might get told to shut up. You might learn something. Like people need to learn lessons. I feel like, and no one. I feel like too. Also. It's like people censoring people and free speech and ideas, whatever. Like no one's really learning anything. Like you're not really learning anything. No one's learning any lessons in life because they're not allowing it to happen. Imagine if like if you stole and every time you stole something, nothing ever happened to you. It's like, well, what lesson are you learning? What lesson are you learning that is going to teach you, hey, you shouldn't steal things. If nothing ever happens to you, you're just keep on doing it. You think it's normal. It's just like a kid, dude. If you never like tell a kid no, or you never put a kid in timeout or punish a kid for their actions, it's like they're gonna keep on doing it because they think it's normal. At some point you gotta tell people no, or tell a kid no. Hey, no, don't touch hot things, or don't play with sharp objects. We just tell them yes all the time, and they keep on doing it and think it's normal. It might hurt themselves or injure themselves. So I feel like censoring free speech and people's thoughts is just creating a monster in the closet. Is all it's doing. And then to prove points, people will just go and then to prove a point quickly, people are just going to go to the furthest extremes to get their point across super fast. Um, I think you see a lot. I think you see that a lot more today than ever. People know that like um, speech and ideas are being suppressed. So it's not like when you watch reels and shorts. Like you're getting the best part of whatever it is. You have a 45-minute interview, and someone makes a reels out of it. Well, then you're getting the best part out of the interview. It's kind of like when people want to make an idea. When people want to make a point or an idea or whatever, they're going to the furthest extreme they can to get the point across as quickly as possible because they know that like if they come on here every single day and just talk about it, it's not gonna go anywhere. They know if you get straight to the point and you do it right away, it's gonna create commotion and you're gonna get your point across. Like just think of a subject or a topic that's like off limits kind of online, right? And then people are gonna be like, all right, whatever it may be. I can't give an example. I'm trying to think of an example right now, but I really can't think of one. But let's say you want to get a point and an idea across online. And like you coming on a stream and you try to talk about it and show videos about it, it's not gonna get any plays, right? Well, then you think to yourself, okay, what's something I can do out in the public, to really prove my point to the most extreme in a short amount of time, which will get most, which will get the most attraction. And that's just kind of happening right now with everything is people are trying to make points as quickly as possible, but they're doing the most extreme way of doing it because they know that it'll be shut down super fast if they come on here and just do it on stream. So they're trying to create the biggest commotion possible to get their point across. And that goes for any side of the spectrum, whatever it may be, religious, political, you know, whatever it is. Um, it's kind of like what you saw what I saw the other day about the left protesting ICE in Home Depot, and they're all buying scrapers for 79 cents and then waiting in line to return them to create chaos in Home Depots and stuff like that. It's kind of the same thing. They know they couldn't come on stream and slowly talk about it day in and day out because it wouldn't get much traction. But if you do an extreme example of it, it gets a bunch of attraction. Same thing with the guy in Dearborn. He knew if he went on stream, he talked about his ideas and beliefs, it wouldn't get any play. But if you go out into to Dearborn and you make an extreme point quickly, or then you get I'm talking about right now. You get tons of traction and play quickly. It's like a real life. It's like a real life short, kind of, in real time to get a point across. You know. So, like, I think that's what they do. They think of a point they want to get across, and then just try to find an extreme example of doing it to get it out right away. I mean, it's a dangerous game. I think the internet and things like that, definitely is a driving factor in the way people do things and how people act. Um, all right, let's see what you can find something on YouTube today. What we got popping off today on YouTube? I want to watch the newscast on I'm not sure you saw this yet or not, but there's like a an AI bear that got recalled. Um, there's a teddy bear that got recalled because it was an AI, but it was like saying really bad stuff. Um, oh yeah, I also want to watch everything that's new. Watch everything. All right, we're gonna watch warning issue about toys using AI chatbots. I watched like the first minute. I watched a couple seconds of it. I haven't watched the whole thing yet, but we'll go to this setup right here. Game stream. Boom. Here we go.
All right, let's talk art.
Warning issue about toys using AI chatbots. This is what we're talking about. Oh, at least one thing. Here we go. You ready? Let's go, baby.
Artificial intelligence. This holiday season, a new warning about toys that could be riskier than you think. Here's ABC's Andrea Fujii.
This morning, new warnings about toys that contain AI chatbots. This might look like a cute plush doll, but sales of Kuma Teddy have now been
Kuma
suspended
Teddy.
after researchers found the bear openly discussed sexually explicit and dangerous content with kids, including how to light a match.
Hold the matchbox with one hand.
When prompted, the bear also telling them where to find a variety of potentially dangerous objects, including knives, pills, matches, and plastic bags.
And I was,
the bear, which sold for $99 online.
And I was, this is very dangerous for the fact that kids' imaginations are so strong, they are actually going to think this bear is a real person talking to them. That's the thing, because you got to think how many kids' movies have talking animals in them or talking bears in them. So if a kid's going to sit here and talk to an AI chatbot and a teddy bear, that's going to think it's real just because a kid doesn't know better and a kid's imagination is super strong, So this is why that's dangerous for that fact.
Integrates OpenAI's chatbot.
We just have no idea what these AI toys are going to do to a child's development and to their mental health. And so unless you want your child to be part of this experiment, we recommend that you avoid AI toys for now.
It comes as lawmakers grapple with how to regulate the AI industry. The website Politico reports the White House is now planning an executive order aimed at blocking states from issuing their own regulations to prevent a patchwork of state rules that could hamper innovation. Congress has also considered a similar action.
Weird.
One state lawmaker in Pennsylvania outraged, saying Washington is again attacking state sovereignty.
Oh, what?
As for that AI teddy bear, the company has taken all of its AI-enabled toys off the market for a safety audit. If you want to buy your child an AI-enabled toy, experts recommend buying it from a reliable source and shopping for it in person so you can try it out.
You can't have...
Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
You can't have a... You can't...
Because I handed over our...
Hold on. You can't have states creating their laws like that. Otherwise, you're going to have, like, different state... You're going to have, like... If every state... I don't know. It's just weird because it's like you're going to have, like, a million different laws then. That's the point. If a state is going to make laws based on what kind of toys they can sell and stuff like that, it's like, dude, you're going to have states just creating tons of laws about it would be weird. It'd be weird. It'd be really strange. It'd be hard for toy distribution and all that kind of stuff. I don't think it would really do much. All right, let's see here. Caracas turns biblical. Maduro stuns with Jesus claims urged Trump to be saved from demon of something. Let's see what this is, though, real quick. Nicolas Maduro, 18th of November, 2025, Venezuela.
As president and commander-in-chief of our country, I handed Venezuela over to the only commander-in-chief, our Lord Jesus Christ. He commands all the battles, all the moments. He goes at the front. He commands and decides. We obey. He says, the pastor named John. I can only say the name. Pastor John says, it will be a simultaneous, fervent, humble, and powerful prayer, asking for the intervention of the Lord Jesus Christ over our nations. Our Savior told us, blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called children of God. May Christ take absolute command of this situation, and may he not allow any American soldier, neither today nor ever, to fire a single shot against the people of Venezuela. That is why we will pray, so that the spirit of confusion and violence may be expelled, and so that the discernment of the Lord may rest upon those who make military decisions in my country, that is, in his country. We will also pray for you, President Maduro, so that Christ may give you wisdom, humility, clarity, strength to guide your people with a peaceful and firm heart. And we will also pray with Christian love for President Donald Trump, so that he does not allow himself to be tempted by the demon that seeks war, and so that the Holy Spirit keeps him away from all shadows and leads him towards mercy, truth, and peace.
We are here in this church in prayer, and we thank you because these prayers reach us and these blessings reach us. And not only today, they always reach us. You know that we always listen. You must also have heard many people around the world reflecting and saying, "What is happening in Venezuela?" I mean, how is it possible that Venezuela, being a besieged, blocked, threatened, attacked country, has a people who continue their struggle, remain standing, continue working, and that it is such a prosperous country as our country, Venezuela?
We are one people, the people of Christ, of all the Americas, the people of the United States and the people of Venezuela. We are one people.
Interesting. Let's do the Jeffrey Epstein. This is the new, everything new in the Jeffrey Epstein files.
Email he asked.
We'll go. I haven't watched any of this yet. This is 2 days ago. Lewin Moss. I investigated 23,000 new released files into the Illuminati new chapter of his life. This is it right here. We'll see what's up with Epstein files.
Back in the news, the United States government released over 23,000 documents.
I looked at them the other day, and it's a lot of stuff, dude.
Letters and court depositions. I looked through all of them, and these are the 25 most interesting things that I found in them. The first is that Jeffrey Epstein and the people around him frequently alluded to having some kind of dirt on President Donald Trump. The emails span from before he first became president to 2019 when Jeffrey Epstein died. This document from 2011 is an email from Jeffrey Epstein to Ghislaine Maxwell. You can see her name right there, G. Max. And Jeffrey Epstein says, "I want you to realize that the dog that hasn't barked is Trump. Virginia," meaning Virginia Roberts, "spent hours at my house with him. He has never once been mentioned. The police chief, etc. I'm 75% there." Now, I'm not quite sure what he means by "I'm 75% there."
He almost has him.
Maxwell responds, "I've been thinking about that, ... In this email from Mark,
they're trying to blackmail him.
Jeffrey Epstein's younger brother, Mark Epstein initially asks Jeffrey about being possibly pre-diabetic, and then he asks, "What is your boy Donald up to now?" Jeffrey responds, "All good. Bannon with me," meaning Steve Bannon, one of the former advisors to Donald Trump. And Mark Epstein says, "Ask him if Putin has the photos of Trump and Bubba," alluding to some sort of illicit encounter. On top of that, and we'll talk about this a little bit later, but Jeffrey Epstein strikes up a sort of friendship with Landon Thomas Jr., who at the time was a reporter for the New York Times, reporting on business and markets. And Jeffrey Epstein offers him photos of Donald Trump. He says, quote, "Would you like photos of Donald and girls in bikinis in my kitchen?" It's unclear if those photos were actually sent. Obviously, they weren't included in this set of documents, or else you would have heard about it on the news.
Yikes.
But Landon Thomas does respond in a manner that suggests to me, at least, that he expected that those photos would be coming. On October 13th, 2016, Mark Epstein sends Jeffrey Epstein another email containing a full-sized image of Donald Trump that says, "Would you trust this man with your daughter?" And finally, there's Michael Wolff, who is a New York journalist. He's written a lot of books on Donald Trump, generally from a negative standpoint.
Maybe they're
As
trying
we'll get into later, he was quite cozy with Jeffrey Epstein, had an extensive friendship over many years, and exchanged many emails. In this one, he strongly urges Jeffrey Epstein to come out with information about Donald Trump a week before the 2016 election. Now, reading through these emails, it's really not clear to me that Jeffrey Epstein had information on Donald Trump. They certainly hinted to it. However, Jeffrey Epstein tended to exaggerate aspects of his life and be sort of deceptive about the people that he knew in order to angle for information and connections to new people.
Interesting.
So I'm not sure how much stock I would put in that. That might also explain the next point, which is that Jeffrey Epstein seems partly to have hated Trump, which has been covered extensively in the news, but the aspect that has been almost completely ignored by the mainstream news is that he was often willing to defend and support him. Around the middle of Donald Trump's first presidential term, Jeffrey Epstein texts an anonymous person and says, "I'd really like Donald to triumph. If there's something you think I can do to help, let me know."
Interesting.
In these text logs, Jeffrey Epstein texts someone whose name is redacted. I'm not sure. It might be Steve Bannon. And he sends this person an article by Ann Coulter, who's a prominent right-wing conservative commentator. And the article was negative about Jeffrey Epstein. And Epstein texts, "I'm on her team." The person responds, "She can make you a household name, and not in a positive way." Epstein says, "But I'm not a Democrat." Now, the truth is probably somewhere in the
Uh.
middle. Jeffrey Epstein obviously was no social conservative. However, he did donate to multiple prominent Republicans and Democrats. And in these emails, you can kind of see him playing both sides. On one hand, he'll be texting Steve Bannon about
He wanted control.
wanting to support Donald Trump. And on the other hand, he'll be conversing with high-powered New York City lawyers talking about how bad Donald Trump is. So in honesty, I think it's more likely that Jeffrey Epstein kind of existed outside of politics and didn't quite care so much what happened on the day-to-day as long as his personal life was taken care of. You can see that
Interesting.
exact dynamic in these emails between Kathy Remler, who is a former Obama White House counsel, a lawyer, and Jeffrey Epstein. Remler says Trump is so gross, and Jeffrey Epstein responds worse in real life and up close. Then in this email between Jeffrey Epstein and Linda Stone, who's a sort of computer science, Microsoft adjacent person, Jeffrey Epstein defends Donald Trump against the charges of racism and sexism. Linda Stone says, quote, "Of course, not everybody who voted for Trump is a sexist or a racist, but on some level, they don't care if he is." Then Jeffrey Epstein responds, "He's neither sexist or racist. That's the point, and in fact, the truth. He says things to get elected, and it works, nothing more. Talking heads goofy." And just as an aside, one of the main takeaways from reading 20,000 pages of this guy is that he's a terrible speller. The next takeaway is that Jeffrey Epstein had a team of people led
He's
by
a
a man
terrible
named Al
speller.
Seckel, who is an atheist thinker, and he liked to make illusions. He's kind of a weird guy. I've never actually come across his name before. But in any case, Al Seckel is leading a team of people
Al
who
Seckel?
are actively working to manipulate the search engine results around Jeffrey Epstein's name. They do this in a couple ways. One, by downplaying negative articles. You can actually see them discussing how to reduce the reach of an article by a woman named Conchita Sarnov that was published in the Daily Beast and portrayed Jeffrey Epstein in a very negative light. They're actively trying to push that article down to the bottom of the search results and elevate the results of people named Jeffrey Epstein who are not Jeffrey Epstein. They do this over an extended period of time, providing updates on how it's going, and some of the efforts described in these emails might have actually steered into the illegal. We can see in this email that Al Seckel provides an update to Jeffrey Epstein in 2010 that they attempted to reshape the Wikipedia article around Jeffrey Epstein. He says, quote, "We hacked the site to replace the mugshot and caption and now has an entirely different photo and caption. This was a big success." Further up on the page, he says, "We've stopped the hacking on your wiki site, and that was a major effort. Your wiki entry is now pretty tame, and bad stuff has been muted, polarized, and pushed to the bottom."
They hacked his
weird
Wikipedia
twist to
page?
this Al Seckel episode
Weird.
is that Seckel actually committed suicide in France. His Wikipedia page says Seckel's body was reportedly found at the bottom of a cliff in July 2015 in France. Next, Jeffrey Epstein had some sort of knowledge about purchasing military equipment. A person whose name is redacted reaches out to him on January 31st, 2013 and says, "Do you understand offset agreements? I got asked to be involved in negotiating some of the deals between Brazil and other countries in regard to the purchase of new fighter jets. What is an offset service provider?" Epstein responds, "Yes, one of the most complex negotiations. They're very strange. Someone buys fighters, but with the fighter money, some must be used for specific third-party items." The person responds, "So the offset provider does what? Negotiation between the parties? Complex. Sounds interesting."
I will buy.
Jeffrey Epstein responds, "Brazil has tried to buy fighters in the past. They don't have a lot of money." This aspect of Jeffrey Epstein is one of the most interesting and honestly under-acknowledged. His knowledge of military contracting has been hinted at in previous drops, namely a photo of him with a bunch of African warlords, as well as his numerous connections with different political figures across the globe, which I'll get into in a moment. But the fact that this person who is in a position to negotiate the purchase of fighter pilots
Interesting.
between countries comes to Jeffrey Epstein for expertise is, I think, very notable. I think it should be one of the main things that the news investigates. However, we just haven't seen very many people talk about it. Next, we know that many people maintained relationships with Jeffrey Epstein despite his many allegations and actually convictions. However, these emails show that several people reach out to Jeffrey Epstein during his investigations. They're well aware that it's going on, and they're reaching out to ask if he's okay. The first is David Grossoff, who's a sort of neuroscientist, a PhD kind of guy. He reaches out to say, I hope that the reports that you are set to be released from jail are correct. This is after Jeffrey Epstein pled guilty to procuring a minor for prostitution in Florida. Next is Paul Krasner, who is a sort of notable atheist author. He wishes Jeffrey Epstein well in this email. It's dated 2017, and it reads, Jeffrey, as a friend, I'm saying my atheist prayers for you.
Wow.
Don't let the bastards frame you, Paul. And finally, in 2011, someone named the Duke, possibly the Duke of York, Prince Andrew, writes, You okay? These stories are complete and utter fantasy. I don't know and have never met Al Gore. Clinton was never on the island. The telephone book is not mine. It was stolen by my houseman that is currently in prison for doing so. And that brings us to our next revelation, which deserves to be on its own. We've all seen different clips of Bill Gates denying Jeffrey Epstein, saying that he didn't really know him that well. However, in this email, a redacted person says Bill Gates wants to talk to Epstein, but his wife won't let him. This stands in pretty stark contrast to Bill Gates' comment that, quote, I met him. I didn't have any business relationship or friendship with him. However, the relationship between Bill Gates and Jeffrey Epstein goes way deeper than that comment would seem to suggest. And we can tell by Melinda Gates clearly not liking Bill Gates hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein. Their relationship was problematic in some way to her. This next section, I could honestly make a huge
bunch of weirdos,
video
dude.
about, but we'll go through it very quickly because there's so many details. Jeffrey Epstein was highly tapped in to goings-on really around the world, the Middle East, Asia, Africa, Eastern Europe, island countries. He knew the leaders and diplomats of many countries way more than the average person would. In one document, he tells a redacted person that he has Africans with helicopters at his house looking for advice, possibly military or government related. In the next, he updates someone possibly from an Arab country, Kuwait, or a Gulf country, and says a prominent political figure in Qatar called Mohammed bin Salman, who has been in the news recently. The next, Jeffrey Epstein says he knew the son of the president of Senegal and set him up with Larry Summers, who's the former Harvard president, who's also been in the news recently. In another one, Jeffrey Epstein tries to arrange dinner between an anonymous person, possibly Steve Bannon, and a Slovak diplomat. In another one, Jeffrey Epstein says he's speaking with his China contacts about politics.
Jeez, dude.
Jeffrey Epstein says he has 3 China guys and will set up a meeting with Bannon. The next, he advises a redacted person on the Yemeni situation and says he's in contact with multiple people in Yemen. In another one, the Mongolian ambassador to the United Nations reaches out to Jeffrey Epstein and asks if he can meet in Paris. In this one, Jeffrey Epstein messages a man named Anil Ambani, who is an Indian billionaire. He was once the 6th richest person in the world.
Wow.
We have a very brief exchange
The
regarding
6th richest.
article talking about Narendra Modi, the leader of India. And Jeffrey Epstein, I think, suggests, although his writing is terrible, I think he's suggesting that Israel is the key to mediating U.S.-India relations. However, he says it's not for email, and if you read through these documents, that's a phrase that I would keep your eyes out for because it means that something there is important. And finally, in this email, Jeffrey Epstein advises a man named Sultan Ahmed bin Salayem, who is a member of an extremely prominent Emirati.
That's the thing, too. It's like, they're not going to...
That a Russian
I don't know.
bank has purchased a commercial property called Gorod Stolitz, which is a huge mixed-use property. Although I'm not quite sure what.
Obviously, this guy knew he was doing, so it's like he's not gonna.
Eyes Wide Shut is that Stanley Kubrick movie that many people have all off of each other. Illusion by Jeffrey Epstein. It seems as though the spouse knows about it and yet does nothing about it.
Okay.
Refuse digital ID. Digital ID is very terrible things, you know. That is the ruling mode of the Chinese Communist Party. The ID system is very bad, you know. They will monitor every behavior, every speak.
True.
Do you understand? Huawei, Zhongxin, Datang, they all military company. Their boss is soldier. People's Liberation. Yes, in China today, we have the army of the internet space. Internet space. They have the army. They have the army to managing the internet. They have the internet army. You know,
You have a social credit system in China.
Yes.
That's what they use. So they're trying to do it in the UK with the digital ID. What do you think about that as advice to people in the UK from China? The digital ID.
That's
what do you
very
think?
terrible. You know, in China, digital ID is already used for 20 years. Since 20 years, you know.
20 years, really?
Every people have their field in the database, in the Chinese Communist Party database. So they monitor every people, you know. If I make public speech, even in UK, even in Europe, even I writing some things, I say, I against the Chinese Communist Party. Chinese Communist Party will send undercover policemen, agents to harass me, to threaten me, to poison me, even in UK. Before I live in United States, they send people come to United States, Los Angeles, to poison me. Unimaginable, you know. Can you imagine that in UK, in United States, in Europe, there is a Chinese policeman station. They have the policeman station in London.
So
do you understand that?
So is that their like main tool of oppression at the moment, the digital ID system?
Because the ID system is very bad, you know. They will monitor every behavior, every speak you made.
Oh, that's the perfect.
And they will automatically attract the keywords you dial. And they will send these keywords to the policeman. And they will arrest. If you make some things they don't like, they will send the policeman directly to your home, take you to the detention center. That's happen every day in China, you know. In Beijing, in Shanghai, if you writing something on the website is not public speech, you know, it's impossible to make public speech in big city of China, you know. If you writing something on website that I'm against the Chinese Communist Party, 2 hours later, policeman will send to your homes, take you into the detention center. And after that, it's like you get guilty. You have to go to the jail for 5 years. 5 years. Can you understand? You excuse your freedom of speech, but you get 5 years in prison.
Wow.
Is it true?
That's crazy.
On the internet, on X and everything.
I believe this guy. 100%. I believe him.
Or they do too many bad things. They have no access to food and travel and end up homeless. Is that true?
I tell you that in China they use a mobile phone ID. And in a global pandemic, you must scan you have the barcode. When you go to the train, you have to scan your barcode. When you go to the shopping, you must scan your barcode. When you go outside of your community, they have the gate. You have to scan your barcode. If your barcode was locked, you are locked. Your house arrested. You cannot go outside of your community. You cannot go to the food, buy the food. You cannot buy the tickets for train. You cannot buy the tickets for bus. You was house arrested. That is Chinese Communist Party take control of the people. That is the control of the freedom of movement. It's not only freedom of speech or freedom of publication. Most of the Chinese people, they are slave labor. They are slave labor, you know.
Wow.
Can you imagine that? Those people today, those people suffering is related with your future. In the futures, Chinese Communist Party already destroy your industry, destroy your manufacturing capability, and they will take over your government. They will copy dictatorship and totalitarian regime to your countries, put your children, your grandchildren into the concentration camp. Put your children and grandchildren become slave labor for Chinese Communist Party.
I believe this, man. I did a video about it already.
Then what happens to them? So, like, are they homeless in China? Do they end up homeless, or do they pick them and take them to jail?
I tell you that in China there is no homeless already.
Jesus.
Homeless in the 10 years before in Beijing, 2008. I know that I live in Beijing before 2008. But 2008, you know, China had the Olympic game, right? Do you remember that 2012 is the London Olympic game?
Beijing, yeah.
2008 is Beijing Olympic game. You know, before Olympic game, all the homeless was arrested and secretly put in the detention center. And Chinese Communist Party feed them poison food, make them die soon, because they think those homeless on the street is damaging their image of the Chinese Communist Party. They don't want the international visitors. They don't want the athletes coming from other countries to see there is so many homeless living in street. But they don't pay them food.
Wow.
Yeah, they put those homeless into detention center, and they feed them poison food. They poison them and let them die.
Wow.
There is not China makes the homeless become rich. They never become rich. They go to hell.
What would you say to people? What would you say to people in the West who are now being told that we're going to have digital ID is for your convenience and safety? What would you tell people to the West who think it's okay?
I tell that refuse digital ID. Digital ID is very terrible things, you know. That is the ruling mode of the.
And this is coming from a man who experienced it in China. You know.
Or effective influenced by the Chinese
I would never. I'll leave before I get a digital ID or anything like that. I would leave.
Yes.
Drop me off in the jungle before I get a digital ID, you know.
Politicians make a big mistake. This made a big mistake, but they have to collaborate with the Chinese Communist Party. Why? Because your supply chain is already dependent on the Chinese Communist Party. Your bus, your clothes, your jeans, your phone, your telecommunication infrastructure, equipment, those sensor is made in China as well.
Actual coverage? What is this? This is all about digital IDs. Well, I'm about to head on out and hit the gym up. The stream today was kind of like, Pope Leo's advice for using AI in smartphones. What's he had to say? What does he have to say? Let's see what he says. Let's see what the Pope says.
Live-streamed conversation with young people at the National Catholic Youth Conference in Indianapolis, November 21st. Pope Leo gave advice for using artificial intelligence and smartphones responsibly.
My name is Chris Pantelakis, and I am from the Archdiocese of Las Vegas, Nevada. I often find myself sitting on my phone, endlessly scrolling. I've also noticed that everybody around me is the same or has a very similar problem. Many adults have told me that technology is great with moderation. So my question for you is, how do you suggest we balance all these great tools, social media, smartphones, tablets, and any other devices, while also making faith connections outside of technology?
Thanks, Chris, for your question. It's a really important one. Technology can really help us in many ways, including can help us live our Christian faith. It lets us stay connected with people who are far away. As today, when we can see and hear each other, even though we're thousands of miles apart. It also gives us amazing tools for prayer, for reading the Bible, for learning more about what we believe. And it allows us to share the gospel with people we may never meet in person. But even with all that, technology can never replace real in-person relationships. Simple things, a hug, a handshake, a smile. All those things are essential to being human. And to have those things in a real way, not through a screen like we're speaking this morning. As Catholics, we often pray together. remembering Jesus' promise that when two or more gather in his name, he is with them. The early church experienced powerful moments of Jesus' presence when they prayed together. Watching Mass online can be helpful, especially when someone is sick or elderly or cannot attend in person. But actually being there, taking part in the Eucharist, is so important for our prayer, for our sense of community. It's essential for our relationship with God and with each other. There's nothing that can replace
The human
true
experience. Yeah.
human presence, being with one another. So while technology certainly can connect us,
Well said.
it's not the same as being physically present. We need to use it wisely without letting it overshadow our relationships. There's a saint who was recently canonized, who I'm sure all of you have heard of, Saint Carlo Acutis. He's a great example.
That's a good answer. I liked it.
Carlo was skilled with computers, and he used that talent.
We're at Chicago's ICE facility this week, and things are starting to get nasty.
Cook County Sheriff's Office.
Dude, Danny Mullen.
Started peacefully, but then emotions boiled over. State troopers and sheriff's police arrested 21 people.
Also, while we're in the city, we're going to do some nice touristy sightseeing and, of course, board the Red Line to the south side of Chicago, one of the most notorious subway systems in the country. Yo, what up? This bitch scandalous. We out here in Chi-Town. Yeah. Drop a like for the video if you wouldn't.
Yeah, of course I like Danny Mullen, dude. He's a character, bro.
Oh, shit. Hey, baby.
I'm Mega Mommy on YouTube. Nice to meet you.
Are you Italian?
Hi, I'm Puerto Rican.
I thought you were ginned out.
I'm American.
Do you actually have children?
Yeah, one is 20, one is 26.
Okay.
You guys are such, what do you call that?
Comedian. Handsome?
Comedians, handsome, yeah, that's There's another word for it. Why?
Match made in heaven for your daughter?
No.
Who needs to get her ass over here to the ICE facility? That's another one, too.
Some would say sexy.
Satire.
Satire.
Yeah,
Can I see a picture of your daughter?
Can I see a picture of your daughter?
I am. The stream will understand.
Right Side Rebel. You guys were so
That's true.
Oh, man.
We had our first kiss in front of these communist bitches.
He's not a Nazi.
Damn, she's oh man, she might be watching the stream. Yeah, she might be watching the stream.
So. Say hi.
Hi, Right Side Rebel. Well, here's the thing. Like a lot of people are doing in the streaming scene right now, I converted to Islam, so I'm a polygamist, and I can take Right Side Rebel and your daughter out to dinner. I can. YouTube pays.
My daughter the hell away from you, bro.
What the?
She's Christian.
Okay.
And so am I.
Well, you know, we're both.
Is it Doflamingo code, or is that just a...
It's a flamingo code. Yeah. The underwing first.
I think it's about 14 flamingos.
I'm the guy who's gonna have sex with her daughter soon. Man, you expect that, man.
Oh my gosh.
One person approves at least here. We got one approval.
Since you are Mega Mommy, if you did marry her, would it be okay if you cheated just one time with a porn star and then paid her off?
Straight in the balls.
Okay. Well, come on. You're Mega Mommy.
Titanium balls.
The figurehead,
Jeez.
old Donald Trump did the same thing.
Donnie Boy, he did it, you know.
I know, but he's moved on from that. He's evolved.
And I don't think he's having sex with Erica Kirk. Like everybody says it online, and they kind of kissed. Yeah, that's true.
Wouldn't be anything wrong with that if he did, though.
You're not hot boy maxing anymore?
No, looks maxing? Wow, you
still
are.
have the same hairstyle.
Mega Mommy, I think, forget your daughter. I think you're interested. So, what are they saying right now? How many people are watching Mega Mama?
I don't have the comments on right now.
That's probably wise.
I'm not on YouTube now either. I'm on X Live because they were playing music earlier.
Oh, yeah? So you had to get off for the copyright purposes?
Yes.
Wow, that's very smart.
That's what they do around here, so they can cut off your streams.
Yeah.
See if you're on the other side.
Yeah, they come over here, they cut off the stream.
Yeah.
Some people, some dirty women will even show their breasts.
Yeah.
You're holding your pepper spray. Oh, no, that's a vape. I thought she was about to pepper spray. Watch the camera real quick.
But there's no nicotine in it. It's just an oral fixation right now. I'm trying to
help you with that.
Yeah, what do you mean? Something she can suck on?
Yeah, watermelon Jolly
I don't
Rancher.
know if you could handle an old woman like me.
I think he could. He has some moves that are kind of old school.
And I got abused by my high school teacher when I was a sophomore.
It's a fetish now. He's a fetish now.
Jeez.
I think I just pissed my underwear.
Nice.
Was it piss or is it pre-cum?
Oh.
It could be pre. It could be
My.
Yeah. It could
Do
be
you
pussy
want to
snot.
foul?
It could be pussy snot. I do that sometimes.
Oh my gosh, dude. Get out of here.
He called me Mega
Let me know if you want to make out behind this fence.
Let me.
I'm ready right now, Maga Mama.
You guys should kiss for the stream, though, for sure.
What?
You guys should kiss for the stream.
One little peck.
Yeah, one little peck.
Damn, Leo. I'm really blowing up with the MAGA influencer women.
You are, bro.
Oh my gosh, dude.
What the fuck, dude? I just made out with MAGA mommy, baby.
Oh.
Do you want to, hey.
This is gross, bro.
My lips got room for multiple.
No, that's yucky.
Come on, man.
No,
it's
that's.
cozy in here.
Not a liberal. If she was a liberal, she'd be all over you.
All over me sexually or all over me like?
Yeah, the latter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she got jealous.
I think she got jealous too, man. All right, baby. I'll be back for more.
Jeez, dude.
No, I'm not gonna kiss two men in
Why?
one day.
Why?
No, I gotta keep his essence on my lips. I'm not gonna.
Oh my gosh.
MAGA Mama.
Kiss any lady.
Yeah, well.
Kiss two men in one day.
Oh man.
How dare you, Leo?
That would make you a whore.
That was great.
Leo, how dare you try to devalue her as a woman?
I was not trying to devalue you.
You came here November 4th for the comedy.
Yeah, no, we're here. There's a show tonight. Hey, you're my special guest. You're coming up on stage if you come to the show tonight, baby. Oh, you're coming up on stage. Excuse me? Are you by any chance a little bit jealous that I just kissed her?
Thank you.
I don't really give two. Really?
You gotta be a little jealous, man. It was nice. Those things were luscious.
I ain't going down your rabbit hole.
I'll go down your rabbit hole. I'll look for prostate cancer while I'm down there.
He knows how to check. What do you mean?
We just want to make sure you're healthy.
Oh, I'm healthy.
Okay, good. Yeah.
I'm very healthy.
Yeah. No problem. I mean, we're almost.
He's
at the end. We're
jealous.
gonna start getting screened.
Yeah,
And
I'm actually next year.
we'll do it pro bono.
I'm getting a colonoscopy next
We'll
year.
do it pro bono.
Colonoscopy?
Oh,
Yeah.
speak with intelligence.
Colonoscopy, yeah.
You didn't say that.
It's a good word.
What did he say at first?
What did I say first? I'm not going to repeat it.
I think
You fudged it up.
Yeah, he said he was gonna get his stink hole fingered. I
He's
thought that was
mad.
Inappropriate too.
That's another way.
Is that what he said, sir? Did he say he was gonna get his stink hole fingered? That is not.
They're not even doing anything. Why was this guy?
That was nice. That was nice.
See, I'm not going to give you content.
Well, I mean, what's your make-out tally today, brother?
None.
Okay.
Well, I've
I've
beaten
been
you.
happily married for 40 years.
Well, go kiss. You gotta kiss her.
I did.
All right. Well, then you
Watch your
technically.
mouth, dude. Watch your mouth.
I'm not saying anything.
You're not going to piss me off.
I'm not pissing you off.
He
Are you
is.
sure you hit the kiss on the way out?
All right.
So we're tied. So are we tied?
You guys are tied.
I don't know.
I think we're tied, man.
We're tied.
It's a stalemate.
Somebody's got to
might
make
be
out with
gay.
somebody.
I don't know. Yes.
Everybody goes to that. You are wearing a pink fur coat.
I don't know,
Everybody
yes.
always calls us gay.
I didn't say that. I didn't call you gay.
You said you might be.
Might be.
Yeah.
So if you're going to say something,
I cannot sue you for slander.
I didn't slander you.
Yeah, I said I can't sue you because you said maybe.
So what's the big deal that I said that?
No, it's not a big deal. I'm just the intent.
You're trying to intimidate me.
I'm not trying to intimidate you. I would never sue you, but the implication is clearly you think we're two homosexuals. So, MAGA Mommy, he still thinks I'm gay after we made out. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell. Some people can't be convinced.
He's probably had more sex with women in 1 week than you had in 2 years.
Oh, MAGA Mommy! That is some good PR.
Dude.
I'm banging the I Get Laid tambourine.
I'm banging idly. Dude.
She had an interesting way of debating me.
Oh, you don't have on tape you agreeing with me?
I was over there talking to you. Why you walk away? Why don't you come here?
Because it's heating up over here. I'm drawn to the I'm drawn to the tension. It's like a fight at your high school. Everybody runs into the squad. Guys, YouTube has been on our ass.
Oh, man.
We've been the victims of a hailstorm of demonetizations. Is to support us, Leo's solo 20 deleted great stuff. Also, especially that is pricing self. You're married. Because you're married.
What's up with this guy, dude? I don't get what's up with this guy.
I just thought you were jealous.
No, not at all.
Okay. I might actually do that.
Okay? You know, I'm here for this shit. Not
Yeah.
to do this shit.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm here for that shit.
Yeah, to make, like this lady said, for clicks.
More for taps.
Okay, whatever you want to call it.
For taps, you know?
Gotta pick chicks up at protests.
It's easy. Emotions are high.
Wow. So that's the way you guys pick up chicks, is that protest?
I gotta side with yeah, that's the best place to pick up chicks. We're gonna start working on them after we're done talking to you. We can play both sides, my man.
Oh, most definitely.
We came out with no branding. You came out with the cat.
You know Caterpillar?
Yeah, it signals Republican leaning. That's not good because now they're alienated. Now you
That's
can't
great.
kiss them.
No, it's American made.
Yeah, it's American made. What the are you talking about?
They don't like that.
Well, I'm just telling him if you wanted to play both sides and you wanted to meet a nice mistress.
I'm sorry, working people don't have any interaction with Caterpillar. He can't wear it because he identifies with it as a person in the world.
I just didn't want you to interpret it as an alt-right dog whistle.
I don't think anyone was doing that.
I think you were. I think you were about to blow your rape whistle when you saw that.
Dude. Dude, he is a master, like, rage baiter.
Is it that legal? Is that legal? Or he could get arrested if he doesn't comply?
She's got a little crush on me. She actually doesn't want me to get arrested. She's got a little itsy-bitsy crush. Oh, I'm not a groiper. I'm a little bit of a groper. Not a groper, though.
I happen to be standing here.
Hey, you were saying America first in my ear just 5 seconds ago, brother. You said Nicholas J. Fuentes will rise. He did not say that. He did not.
Oh, man.
I don't even know what that is.
Dude.
Why do you know about that song?
Because my mother's a massive conservative.
Oh, yeah.
How is your relationship with mom right now?
I prefer not to keep that relatively private, but, you know.
Well, if she just saw a photo of you right now, she would be very proud.
Well, yeah. I mean, I walked out of the house like this.
Okay. Oh, so you guys
I walked out of the house like this.
I got a good job. It's construction, so things are slow right now.
Oh, man.
That's why I'm here and not working.
This is probably why things are slow, honestly. They're taken away as co-laborers.
It's part of it.
That's part of it. That is bullshit. That is one reason why we do not love the ICE roundups. I'm cool with shutting down the border, but hey, they're slowing down my boys' construction. He had to move home, Leo, with his Steven Crowder watching MAGA Mom.
Hell, that sounds like hell, dude.
Do you think if Steven Crowder came on to her at a bar, fresh off of a Change My Mind,
Well,
she'd be into it?
Well, she's still married, so probably not.
I think she'd make an exception for old SC.
That'd be hilarious.
Would you be, if you came home and Steven Crowder was in a bathrobe walking out of your mom's room, what do you do?
This would be in his neck.
Yeah. You throw it? Have you practiced the boomerang style yet?
I have not yet, but
Would you kill him? You would kill him?
I beat the shit out of him.
All right, cool.
What if he came out of the bedroom and he had the Mug Club mug and a sign that says, I have a bigger penis than your husband, change my mind?
I actually, you know, fun fact about Steven Crowder, he scammed the shit out of me. When in 2020, I was still relatively conservative. I subscribed to his mug club, never got the fucking mug.
Really?
See, Steven Crowder, this is somebody you lost to the other side.
Because of your supply chain issues.
Your supply chain. Your logistics were fucked, Steven. Get the boy his mug. Steven Crowder, all you need to do is not fuck his mother. Maybe send him a couple of mugs to compensate. And I think this guy will be saluting the American flag once again.
You're saying anything very much to another black person. I'm a black person. It's racist.
You tell her, MAGA mommy.
I'm a black person. I'm a black person.
Here we go, some conflict.
I'm a black person.
Jeez, dude.
Give it to me. We get down like that.
Why are you kissing your son? Why are you kissing your son? Why are you kissing your son?
I'm sexy, baby.
Kiss me.
No, very sexy.
Yeah, kiss him.
Oh.
Kiss me.
Oh.
There's the whistle. I knew a whistle was going to come out.
To have my income come from children that I manipulate with my bullshit because I act like I'm 12 years old so I can get views.
Hey, let me spend a lot on merch. They're going to make you look good.
Can I give you a kiss? I just want to. I'm struck.
Hey, I think she secretly does. It's pretty big.
There's one or two. Kill myself.
Clearly, all these women
Dude.
here want to take me home and jump my bones. Clearly, they all want to jump my bones.
Nobody's
Leo.
interested in me.
Nah, they don't want me.
I was on The Bachelorette. I'm a handsome.
I was on The Bachelorette.
No, it's not live. We'll get to edit
So
it.
none of my shit I said you guys would be in it.
No, probably.
I doubt it.
Yeah, probably. I mean, do you want it to be?
If you think it's worthwhile.
I think it was worthwhile. Because you and I, we kind of got into a heated debate about, like, you know,
Nothing.
who's getting more chicks.
I wasn't inquiring about that.
You kind of tried to raise up on me for a second.
Because I've been married for 40 years.
Yeah, but you were like, oh, I get so much on the side. My secretary, my
My
neighbor.
secretary.
I say that shit. doing is trying to get me riled up, so I jack the jaw, and I might, but I'm not.
You're not gonna jack my jaw?
I could.
You can jack it. I'm keeping an eye on that right hand for the rest of this conversation because I don't want to get my jaw jacked. People say I got a glass chin. I go down quick. The content's gonna grind to a halt if I'm asleep for 10 minutes. Would you be you wouldn't do anything to me while I was unconscious, would you?
I might.
Nothing sexual?
I might. Oh.
You're gonna do something sexual while I'm unconscious?
Yeah. Like dig on my balls on your forehead.
Damn, you're gonna teabag me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be concussed and you're gonna teabag me outside the ice facility.
Definitely. And all these people out here are gonna laugh their ass off. Put that in your video.
You might get arrested then for indecent exposure.
I don't care.
I don't care.
Hey, it will be worth it.
It'll be worth it.
You still won't be able to say you get more ass than me because I'm a guy and we're not. Nice meeting you, dude. You were fun. You were fun. Hopefully I don't get jaw jacked in the subway. I probably will.
They're doing this on purpose to agitate things. They're evil, dirty, disgusting, vile people.
Hey, get ready to take a mental picture, my man. Get ready to take a mental picture.
Check it out.
The only thing getting agitated is my groin.
Dude.
We're in Chicago.
I love it. He just leaves.
American Writers Museum. Hey, my man, what can you tell us about the Writers Museum?
What can I tell you about it?
Yeah, you know any bullshit about this place?
Truthfully, nah. I'm right here at the Citibank. I don't know nothing about this.
Oh, shit. If you had to guess, would you say this is some horse shit?
Yeah.
You know Walt Whitman was gay.
Truthfully, I don't know none of them. I ain't gonna lie to you, gang.
You don't fuck with that gay shit, though, do you?
That ain't got shit to do with me. I ain't finna sit here and say I don't with it, but hey, that's them shit. I don't care.
Leo, you fuck with Walt Whitman, Leaves of Grass?
Yeah.
I don't really fuck with it. And if that makes me the odd man out, I'll deal with it.
This is the last one I'm watching. I'm out here. Danny Mullen, man, he's a dude. He's pretty funny.
We were talking about Walt Whitman, Leaves of Grass. We were trying to figure out if we were or weren't about that gay shit. Because Walt Whitman's a gay guy.
He's gay, but they were about it. All right, man, we all about it? We about it.
Yeah. Come on, dap us up. Come on, man, dap us up. Come on.
Nah, come on, man. For real?
I'm trying to do my job.
Oh, man.
I'm trying to do my job.
He looks like Gandalf, and he's sucking dick and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Other people sucking dick, and nothing to do with you. They ain't sucking dick.
So for the record, you're not co-signing it? Aye, man. Walt Whitman was sucking dick and shit, huh? Yeah, we were just trying to figure out what the deal with Walt Whitman is. Well, there was some controversy out on the sidewalk about that gay shit.
Yeah. Well, the security guard next door, he didn't want to co-sign us, like, supporting Walt Whitman because he might be gay. Yeah. Yeah, so it doesn't kind of matter. Yeah, that's good.
We should tell him that.
We should tell him that.
Walt Whitman's poetry taught Americans how to begin to think and speak democratically in a freer and looser idiom, in a more conversational and less formal tone. That's kind of what was going on out there on the sidewalk. Jack Kerouac, dude. Chicks love this guy. This guy is like a manlier you. He's got a pipe full of tobacco, a tumbler of whiskey, and he just got back from a road trip across the country where he was getting pussy at every stop.
Sounds like a good time.
He's a better you. On the Road became the defining work of the Beat Generation, a loose collaborative of artists and writers who rejected the mainstream in favor of experimental and spiritual.
I think all his work, it's nothing compared to The Bachelorette that I was on.
Here's the problem, Leo. After The Bachelorette...
Was he really on The Bachelorette, dude?
...became a pretty good description for the women you get with. On the Road also describes the only place Leo gets sucked. He likes those cars, remember? Excuse me, sir, do you know anything about Walt Whitman?
Not really that much, I would say.
There's some controversy between us and a security guard out front whether or not Walt was about that gay shit.
Oh, I've heard that he was.
I think so too.
Yeah.
We're going to write the security guard a letter explaining that right now on a good old manual typewriter, an Olympic.
I got, hello, security guard, you are a sweet gay boy. Walt Whitman said, be gay, big dog. What do you think about that?
I think the only sensible thing to do is to deliver it to him in person.
Oh my gosh, dude.
It was f***ed up in there, man.
Hey, Walt Whitman was in there.
typing shit, dude.
You know who they need in there?
Who?
NBA Youngboy.
NBA Youngboy. What would he do?
Youngboy.
Is he about that gay shit?
He's an amazing writer.
Well, dude, this is what there was a Walt Whitman person there. He typed this up. He said, "Hello, security guard. You are a sweet gay boy." Walt Whitman said, "You gay big dog."
I guess Youngboy is with that gay shit because he made the songs with his.
Yeah.
There we go. This shit go hard too.
Hell yeah.
Damn, dude. So what we learned is Walt Whitman and NBA Youngboy and maybe you about that gay shit.
Ain't got shit to do with me.
Dude. That was great. They wrote that on us fucking.
Yeah, you want us to go check in with the groom, make sure he's ready to commit? The groom's not getting cold feet or anything, is he?
I hope not.
I hope not either, because you look great.
Thanks. Took him a long time to finally make up his mind.
Oh, yeah? Do you know? Is he going to be your son-in-law?
No, he is actually my nephew.
Yeah. You ever want to jaw jack that little f***er?
Many times.
Oh, we are performing tonight, baby. We got a stand-up show soon. Yeah, we look like. With who?
The wedding party?
Oh, yeah, we're performing. We're here with the wedding party. Yeah, I'm gonna be performing
Oh
in
my.
the bride's bedroom tonight. Hope the groom doesn't hear about it. Yeah. What is this, dude? Dude, what? My man, did you slip me some acid? What is this?
It's a description right there.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you didn't trust us with the inflatable art, so you're trying to lead us away from it. Because you think we're going to dive on that shit.
No, I'm trying to get you to see as much as you can before y'all have to set up.
Yeah, because the only thing I'm going to see pretty soon is the inside of the bride's beef curtains. Come back, man. I'm going to see your beef curtains, man.
No doubt, Danny, an Italian man did all this. This is Italian craftsmanship. Mosaic. So you have to do these by hand.
When your people aren't emitting body odor and stuffing pizza pie into your face, I guess you can do some pretty fine work. Since, as you said, your people did all the mosaic work in here, you're going to go tell a member of the wedding party that you deserve prima noctis access to the bride.
Jeez, dude. Let's not do that.
No, my man,
No way, bro.
We laid these mosaics by hand. It's my father's father, my grandfather, guy's wife. Yeah.
Okay, you are?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your
Thank
name?
you. Leo. Menactus actually got his wife. They're like in an open. Nice.
Jeez, dude.
Man. Maybe you can. I mean,
Transit station.
Dude. Jeez, bro.
And our fans told us a really pleasant way to get around is on the Red Line.
Tonight, word of yet another attack on the CTA's Red Line.
Tonight, more violent crime on the CTA Red Line.
Facebook video shows a brawl on the Red Line.
Hey, would you say the Red Line is a nice train to hop on for a couple gentlemen like us?
Nah.
What happens if we go straight down the Red Line into Southside?
It gets pretty bad. Yo, you have to go south side Chicago? Come on.
You might see overdose.
Damn.
You might see people arguing, fighting, smoking.
Damn.
Snorting.
Yeah.
You get everything wrong.
Would you recommend, if we want to play some high stakes dice right on the train, would you recommend it?
Probably not.
Oh, yeah?
Flash some bills out there. Probably.
We get some hundreds. What about like a desperate single mother who needs a couple bucks for baby formula? And I'd be like, hey, baby, throw $2 on your ass if you chicken head me real fast.
Might work. You might get slapped.
Might work. There was
Red Line, baby.
They're about to take the Red Line down to Southside Chicago. Okay. He'll fit in though. They'll love him.
We like this. Hey, spit us something dirty about getting your dick sucked by some bitches. Spit us something real dirty, dude.
You gotta know the different woods and the colors, mother sucker. Button shot down, we did it a long time ago. Now it's about the knowledge. Go ahead with the knowledge.
Oh. Yo, what up? This bitch Scandalous. We out here in Chi-Town. Repping for all the local homies. We from LA, we do it big. Yo, here I come. I'm on the subway, and I'm a good lay. Get some Henny in my system, make your mom's day. We in Chi-Town. I dress like a clown, but still I walk up and I'm gonna get Leo's mom down. On her knees, giving dome. That's how I do it. And then I go home. Don't even clean For me, it's a win. Yeah.
Oh.
His mom blow me in that rhyme, dude. That's right, dude. Yeah.
We'll start that shit over. It's too much noise.
Yeah, I got you, brother.
Give me the bass levels. We're gonna make this shorter.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Motion picture shit. You heard me? In 3D. We want his rhymes to come out in 3D. And like Jaws, you know. Every rhyme I say is gonna attack you like Jaws. The police. Come on now. Now you tripping. What are you talking about? The police. You see police out here? I did. What the f you talking about? You don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, for real? I don't know what you're talking about. Bruise bitches. Maybe
Me
you
too.
don't know what you're talking about.
Me too.
I'm trying to beat that bitch up like it's music. Ignore him.
Nah, I like what he's saying.
He said.
LA, son.
What part?
I'm from Southside LA, man.
What is Southside
I'm from
LA?
South Central. I'm from Compton.
Okay, now we know
I'm
that.
from Compton.
He said Compton.
Yeah.
What's up, Shy? Y'all gonna show some love? Hey, y'all gonna show Compton some love?
Show Compton some love. I all about.
Compton, man. All right, Compton.
Gotta rap about what I know.
Let's get it.
Yeah.
It's Compton.
Yeah, here we go.
Dude, why is he?
My man in the pink jacket. I his mom. Her so hard, some would say it's wrong. I don't give a I'm gonna get nut. Then I'm gonna spit on her. I'm gonna call her a slut. I'm gonna get dome from Leo's mom, and then I'm gonna go upside the head, hit her like a dog.
Oh my gosh, dude.
And on my business I stand.
That's what.
Give me some fucking shit, dog. Yeah. We off on the train. You guys are the shit.
Dude.
I'm really sorry about that, man. I don't know what happened to me. Dude, they were getting me to like shout out Compton. It's not cool, dude. Bro,
Oh man.
Like, what else am I gonna rap about? I don't bang. I don't do drugs.
My mom either.
Yeah, but I mean, I think about it a lot.
Dude. Oh man. Danny Mullen.
This stop, 63rd, classic don't get off here, stop. High carjackings, robberies right outside, avoid entirely after dark. Me and my homie are from Los Angeles, California, and somebody told us downtown that it's a good idea to walk around here grabbing your dick saying we bang, homie. Is that a good idea in this neighborhood?
Yeah, they lie.
Did they lie to us?
They
What would happen if we went around saying we bang, homie, grabbing our junk?
It'll be bad.
Okay.
I don't know how bad it is, so don't say it.
So if I'm just like, what up, homie? You want to get a piece of it? I bang.
That's
You know, I bang, son.
Not the greatest idea. Okay.
What if I start, I got pretty flexible fingers, so what if I go out there and I'm just like,
Is that even a gang? I mean,
I don't know what that is, but it's not a good idea to do.
oh, is that a good idea? All right, well, we're going to go check it out, miss.
It's not a good idea to do it.
what do you mean? Why would... Man, what do you mean, dude? When they don't take care of escalators and they make that kind of noise, that's bad.
That's the tip off the neighborhood's going to shit.
When they don't got WD-40s, very cheap.
Leo, there's a liquor store.
No, I'm scared.
Come on, let's go.
I'm wearing a fucking fur coat and it's pink.
Leo, just because there's a bottle of Hennessy on top of the liquor store doesn't mean it's catering to a certain audience.
Actually, I'm pretty sure that does mean it's catering to, well, African Americans, because they love Hennessy. They're really staring us down.
Hey, that coat's fire, huh?
It's only $40. It's really cheap. Fashion Nova.
What's up?
Cheap.
How you doing?
White boy Rick.
White boy Rick right there, man. We're new to the neighborhood. If we grab a bottle of Henny, you guys want some?
Yeah, we want some.
Hell yeah. We got you.
Come in the store, man. Come in the store.
Let's go in the store? All right.
These my people right here, my homies.
Hell yeah. How you guys doing?
Are y'all visitors?
Yeah.
Y'all decided to come to Inglewood. Wrong, goddamn.
Really? You think so? Wrong side of town?
Block, everything.
Oh, it's around here?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
This is my homie, White Boy Rick. Easy, breezy, beautiful, colorful boy.
They call me bitch scandalous. They call me. Hey, baby, can I get a bottle of Hennessy and then one Steel Reserve?
I'm not asking for too much, just one beer, please.
Oh, I got you. You're gonna have to work for this beer, baby.
Okay, let's go. Come on.
Yeah. She She goes, suck this thing. Yeah,
Say you really want her to soak that porn sauce.
if she down, I'm ready to get sucked, my man. I'm ready to take a shot and bust a nut. Thank you, baby. Appreciate it. Hey, baby. No problem.
If you want to fuck me, I'm down there.
I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I'll get to come by. I'll keep my slanging dick. Come here, T.
Let me get one with the boys.
Get your cup.
Let me get one with the boys. Let me get one with the boys.
Let's go.
Got you, big dog.
That's it, bro.
Hey, shout out to the South Side.
South side, baby.
South Side, baby.
That's
right.
All right, drink your drink.
Dude.
Hey, that's love from LA right there, baby. That's love from LA, baby.
Where, dude? Get out.
Right, Chicago, second. Last night sold out. Tonight, probably close. We're going in. Danny! What's up? Nice shirt, bro. Shit, dude. Whose face is that? Danny, bro. What's up, dude? You little guy, dude. Yeah, you got fucking better to you, dude. What are you, 6'6"? I'll still jaw jack you right now in front of all these people. I'll jaw jack you, dude.
I'll tell my buddy Hawk you from Betty. So yeah.
What's his name? Hawk. Hawk? Yeah. That's the noise you make when you spit out your boyfriend's you fucking homosexual. I will jaw jack you and face you. Show you who the homo really is.
Guys, we've been here for 3 hours, Danny, man.
Oh, what's up, dude?
That's where the good jokes come from.
See that shit, dude? You can jump, Leo. You better not ever pull that crescent kick bullshit on me again. Switch kick.
Oh, dude, you can make contact. Who said we can make contact?
I said, we have a quadriplegic, excuse me. He's got 2 limbs he can't use up here, too.
Stone Park.
Anybody hang out at Stone Park soliciting prostitutes?
This guy, right?
This guy just closed his eyes. He was like, shit.
He knows.
Max, where are you at, Max? Is Max right there? Yeah. Is that how Max got injured? Was he f***ing whores in Stone Park?
He found a girl in hooker, and his vent came off.
Is this a real story?
Holy shit.
Okay. I'm out. I'm done. I'm out. I'm out for the day. Hopefully everyone had a good time. Sorry for the late stream. Power went out. Things happened. Other than that, as always, may peace be with you. Take care of yourself. Take care of others. I'm Justin. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.